And we will go into what are the little tweaks that Glenn did to really just reverse engineer this group growth success.
Okay, I'm trying to share my application. Do you see my screen?
All right, I'm going to add your screen back. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so basically I had to go back and reverse engineer everything that I did. Basically, I just went back to the beginning of this year. The beginning of this year had 168 members. And if you could see, basically there was nothing happened up until October of this year, where it basically went from 168 members to now 36,324 active members. And this is basically the group growth over the last 30 days. Basically, I can't even see that number, but roughly from 1,000 to 3,700 total members. Currently, we have 4,069 group requests that's waiting. As you can see, not everyone answers the question, so not everyone actually gets in the group. See, I was prepared. I made slides because I made slides because I wasn't quite prepared. So I made some slides to kind of go over some of the things that I made, because I really made some mistakes when I set the group up. Basically, I wasn't using groupconvert, so there's a lot of emails that I didn't get because, like I said before, it was a particular niche that I wasn't really passionate about, and I wasn't really paying any attention to it. Also, when I started getting momentum and getting these requests, I also I had automatic approval set up. So again, I lost more emails from the beginning. And also, when I started the group, I didn't really have a goal in mind for the group. I started it as an addition to something else that I was doing. The main thing was, okay, of course, make money, but I didn't really set out a plan or goal of how I'm going to make that money. And basically, between me and Kim, I was like, Kim, I have a group. I'm getting 1,000, 1,500 requests per day. How do I monetize that group? And that's kind of where we are today. Basically, we're trying to figure out, okay, what can we do to monetize this particular group? And Kim gave me a few tips, and hopefully she can give me some more today.
Yes. Yes. So just so you guys heard this, number one, use groupconvert. So if you don't have groupconvert, you're missing out on all those emails. Number two, don't use Facebook automatic approval, because when you do that, the Chrome extension can't really grab those emails. It's just going to approve automatically. And Facebook has a gap. Like a lot of software, the reason why those little guys win is because there's gaps in these really big companies that enables us to come in and help you save time and monetize, make money. And that gap was, all right, now you have questions and you can ask people for their email address. You can sit there and copy and paste 1,000 emails.
I did that. It took me like 2 hours for like 800 emails. But I learned my lesson.
Yeah. And so another mistake was not having a monetization strategy in place. And I told Glenn a strategy that he can use just right away. And I gave him the tools for it. And Glenn is like, okay. So Glenn, I want to dig a little bit deeper into your group like explosion. So what is it about? Why did you do that post in October? That post looked pretty simple. what was it about? Because here's the thing, people can post all day long. They can have a Facebook page. They can have all these things, and they won't see the massive growth that you have seen last month. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Like, what happened? What the heck happened that it didn't
Well,
grow so much?
it was a combination of things, and basically I kind of put it down in like 8 secrets of success. Whenever you're doing like websites for the purpose of Google Ads, getting AdSense, you want to do keyword research. So that's one thing that I did right. I had a keyword that was high volume, low competition, and basically that was pretty much wide open for me to dominate that particular niche. And this particular niche we're talking about now is woodworking. As you can see, I'm a technology guy, I'm a digital guy. There's not a hope. I do like fixer-upper things, but I'm not out there like crafting stuff with my hands. Another thing that I did was I named the group based off of that keyword, which was woodworking network, meaning the keyword is still in the URL for the Facebook group. So that is another thing that I did that I want to believe really helped. And then recently, I'm sure pretty much everyone on this line, because we're all in digital marketing, Facebook activated the power of hashtags. And that is something that I did before hashtags were famous. I was using hashtags. And that I want to believe that is the secret sauce for so much people finding my group without me running ads or telling people to go join the group, was that if you were to search for that particular keyword, I probably have the most hashtags. And that is, that wasn't done manually, but it was automated. So my number four secret to success, I would say would be automating my posts. When I abandoned this group back in the day, what I used was something called Social Bee. And basically what I did was I used an RSS feed, which basically every time a website puts out a new post, basically it posts to the group. In addition to those posts, I put those hashtags in those posts. So for the last 8 years, I've been posting in this group with a certain amount of hashtags, targeted keywords that I researched that went along with the main keyword research that I did. The next secret to success, number 5, I would say, is using groupconvert. I made some mistakes in the beginning, obviously, where I wasn't collecting emails. I was being lazy and just had it on automatic approval because honestly, I was not paying attention to it. And then I woke up overnight with thousands and thousands of people trying to join the group. So I missed out. Number 6, I would say automating the follow-up process. Basically, with groupconvert, you collect the emails, and after that, you have to do something with the information or it's useless. So I didn't I want to say for about 2 to 3 weeks, I did not have any automation set up to where when somebody joined my group, they got an email. So I was just collecting the emails, but I didn't set up the follow-up piece of my sequence to where I was monetizing. Number 7, I would say using chatbots, because when people try to join the group, not everyone is okay with giving you an email, but they're okay with putting a link in. I have roughly 300 people inside the chatbot that's being followed up with and having conversations with me, my bot, without me actually having to interact with these people. I can view the conversations. I can talk to them if I wanted to, but that's something that basically, how am I going to talk to 40,000 people at the same time? So that was my number 7. And number 8, the number 1 thing, well, I would say the number 2 thing, because the first thing is obviously getting the email and having a way to contact. But I would say number 8, monetization. I didn't think of ways to monetize the group before I started it. So I had to get with Kim, say, hey, what can I do? I'm in this particular niche. What can I do to make money off of this? Because obviously you got thousands of people come into a group. Now I'm scrambling to find something to sell them. So I would say monetization would be number 8. And basically, those are the things that I picked out that I can point to say, hey, this is what got me here. Now I've did research, and I know there's bigger groups out there than mine, but the biggest group I've seen out there has around 345,000 people in it, and I'm pretty much a baby at where I'm at. So there's more things to come, and I think we'll do a follow-up interview to see where I'm at and see the strategies that I put in place. How are they, and how we can make it better.
Oh yeah, and you said something, Glenn, that was that's a different approach than I feel a lot of group owners. So let me know, you guys, if this feels like you go and you look at the group as the first thing. And with Glenn, he actually thought about creating the page, posting about the group in a pin post on the page. He thought about the keyword search, the keyword that would go to his group with the niche, and he connected. You use Social Blade.
It was Social B.
Social what?
Social B.
Social B.
BEE. It's you'll notice it when you see it.
All right. He used Social B in order to go and do the post, but you've been doing that for a while with hashtags. And so the more hashtags you have, and you're saying post inside the page or inside the group?
Inside, well, I was doing it for both. So it was set up to where it would post in the group and post on the page.
Oh, Derek says that's dope. Awesome, Derek. Here's Glenn's journey so far. This is something that is on the side for him. It's not his main focus, but it exponentially grew at the end of October, because if anyone were to search for, and people have been searching, right? They've been searching. So what is that pivotal point? Was it because of that post that you did on the page? That's an accumulation of all the hashtags that you've been doing with Social B for many years? Or was that the point that turned the tides? Or was it something else that you've pinpointed?
If I had to give credit to one thing, I would say the hashtags are the biggest piece, because the engagement was subpar. But if you look at somebody posting a certain keyword for 8 years, pretty much at least 3 to 4 times a week for 8 years, I have to give credit to the hashtags, because that's the only thing I could think that would blow it up this fast.
Derek says, I like to know if I can get 40K in traffic. I can just call Kim to monetize it. Well, hey guys, so what is it? The advice I gave Glenn was, now that he has a flow of traffic, what's going to happen is he can't handle everyone, 40,000 people. He should use a chatbot, and the chatbot should go and ask questions about woodworking techniques and quiz his people. Like automatically they'll get a quiz, and there should be some kind of carrot to dangle in front of them to take the quiz. Like, finish this quiz to get a chance to win something, or finish this quiz to get that freebie. And so they will be motivated to finish the quiz, and it's a chatbot quiz. So it'll grade the answers to that quiz, and then it will spit out, for example, if it's I'm going to use cookies because cookies is easier for me than woodwork stuff because I have no idea what the heck woodwork is. So cookies. So let's say it's a group that's growing $1,000 a day and it's based on cookies. What you can do is when they come in, hey, finish this cookie quiz, and we have like a coupon for you at the end of the quiz. And so they expect it. They're like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a coupon or there's going to be a deal. So they'll go through the quiz, and the quiz will say, oh, what is your favorite cookie? And is it, chocolate chip? Is it this? Is it that? Is it white macadamia? Guys, let me know what is your favorite cookie right now. Let's have this be fun and interactive. So the bot will say, hey, welcome to my group. What's your favorite cookie? At the end of this quiz, you'll receive a prize. And they're like, oh, cool. Click. And then it'll say, oh, do you like chocolate chip cookie, macadamia? And then you'll choose chocolate chip cookie. Okay, great. You like chocolate chip cookie. Like what day of the week do you eat this cookie? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They'll choose, okay, I would usually eat on the weekend. Boop. And then it's like, oh, when you consume a cookie, what size do you want to eat? Is it a very large cookie, or do you like those mini cookies? And they'll choose, oh, mini cookie. And then at the end of their quiz, based on what type of cookie they like, then it will send them saying, oh, we actually have a coupon code and a deal just for chocolate chip cookies this week. Click on here to claim it. And so it will tell that quiz results to them, saying that you have a deal specifically for them. So it's tailored for them. And then it will be sent so they can buy the cookie. So if it's not a cookie, if it's not something that you can eat, but it's something that, let's say that it's a favorite woodworking celebrity or something, then you could send them into a Printful or Shopify store that is connected to Printful, which is print on demand, like those t-shirts and mugs. And then you could send them into a subsection of your store where it's all about their favorite woodworking celebrity or all about that specific woodworking thing that they want to get. So that requires hands off. You just set up the bot one time. You make sure that their first email is gonna go into the bot. And for the people who don't have a Facebook Messenger so that they can't get into the bot, you can send them into a form instead of a bot, and they can just go through the form and jot form or something and then go in back to your landing page, back to your store. So that's one very quick way that you can do this. And by the way, I'm getting this advice not from off the top of my head random. It's because I've seen other GroupConvert users use this and monetize. So it's not a matter of when. I mean, it's not a matter if Glenn can monetize. It's only a matter of when. It's only a matter of putting it in place, that piece of the bot or the jot form or the quiz, and then sending them into his store. Right now, Glenn, how are you? When you created this, are you selling woodworking stuff right now, or is it something that's a long time ago that you've forgotten that you're like, I don't even have a store or an offer or anything?
Well, like I said, I basically woke up overnight and it grew. And so in between, one of the things that I did to start monetizing was that I went over to ClickBank, and I went over to ClickBank to find woodworking products. There's maybe 3 top selling ones that are on the market. A lot of people know of them, but that's one thing I did to monetize. Second thing I did, I had to go design t-shirts. So right now I have 3 t-shirts that I have available for my group. I know I need to add more. I just need to make the time to do that. And then I started doing face masks and mugs and things like that based off of the designs that I come up with. So it's a work in progress, but we will see for sure. and somebody asked in the chat, where do I put the hashtags? The hashtags are in the post. So basically, I would, whatever article it was, top 20 tools for woodworking. And in that particular post, I would put the hashtags in the post. Uh, I never really went back and comment or interacted with those members. I just basically made the post and it posted automatically for me. So it's not like I sat down and I did it. I just went out. I found the top 3 woodworking websites that produce content on a regular basis. I went and I found their RSS feed, and then I scheduled the app, the Social Bee app, to post to the group, post to the page whenever they put out new content. So it looks like I'm putting out new content, but I'm just sharing information that's from professionals.
I think this is the most ninja tip right here. This is something that I have not seen other people do at all. And but isn't this something you've been doing for a while? Like, I'm just thinking, if you've been doing this for a while, how come it was 148 and then only recently did it like astronomically go up? Or is this something you turned on recently?
Like I said, is Facebook recently just started adding power to hashtags. So if you notice when you start to type things, if you use hashtags, you'll see how many people are using that particular hashtag. So right now, Facebook, they're giving a lot of power and a lot of traction to using hashtags, just like on Instagram.
No way. So they made that switch just in October?
I don't know the exact date, but I want to say around that time frame was when I noticed it myself.
Oh man, what do you suggest the people who haven't been using hashtags? Should they go through and start hashtagging like all their posts?
I mean, if you have the time or have someone that could do it for you, of course, because that is.
Do we have a Chrome extension that will
hashtag
hashtag?
could be.
Oh,
But part of that comes from just researching what are people searching for and what do you want to be known for. And someone asked, was I using TED Woodworking? And yes, that's one of the items that I'm currently promoting. I try not to sell them. Of course, my goal is to make money at some point, but I try not to sell them. So usually at first when they come in the group, they have options of 3 different plans that they could get for free. And then from there, I might send them different emails and offers on different things. But outside of that, I could get spanked for this, but I haven't really been trying to hard sell those people. I've been just creating a community for those people and just watching it grow.
oh man, that is so cool. Yes, Lisa says Facebook added hashtag search in October. Oh my gosh, Glenn, you've just been doing something right for all this time, and then Facebook just suddenly decided that hashtags was important, and then your group went nuts.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, now I know. So guys, you should go. Hey, I feel like whenever we're online, like the internet community, while it can be big, it's actually pretty small. And so we are part of like the 1% that, the tiny, teeny percentage that's in the know of what's going on, right? It's so super niche. But it's because we know this that we can turn something on, because now that you have been hashtagging all your posts this whole time and now you're getting like thousands of people into your group, all you need, your problem is so nice. It's such a nice problem to have.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shoot, now how do I monetize? Okay, ClickBank. So you guys, some of you, if you don't know what ClickBank is, it's a site where there are offers, affiliate offers, and you can sign up to be one of the affiliates. And then so if you send clicks and send traffic their way, then you get a commission, you get a cut. So Glenn doesn't have to scramble around trying to create his own products. He can just send people into an affiliate program that has good ratings on ClickBank and tried and true, hopefully.
Yeah.
um,
It's still tricky because, of course, some people, they go out and they spam Facebook. So Facebook doesn't play well with certain links. So basically you have to, like, the chat bot is a way out of Facebook where I can have people click on links and get cookied and get affiliate commissions and things like that. So just be careful with ClickBank links, I would say, or find ways around it.
So right now you're making t-shirts. Are you using like print on demand type of things, or what are you using to send people to buy your t-shirts?
Right now I'm using Teespring. It's something that I learned about it several years ago, and I just went back and just tried to find somewhere to create a t-shirt. Of course, you told me about Printful, and there's a handful of other ones available. But pretty much Teespring, they allow you to create your shirt, set your price, and basically I host a store, a woodworking store. It's called Woodworking Tees, and basically my ultimate goal is to push more people to that store so they could purchase stuff. Again, the whole point is to build a community and make some money on the side. Is pretty much what the goal is for this particular group.
Are you doing the welcome posts like every whatever? Because I saw that it's a revenue generating activity to do that welcome post for my e-commerce related clients using GroupConvert. Every single time they do that welcome post, it's like, welcome guys, and it tags like them. And then when that happens, they point it to a deal that's happening that day, or it expires soon, or sending them to a coupon code, and then they see like a spike in their sales.
The problem I have now is that, well, before the whole new Facebook layout, at first it was just 100 members. Now it's 300. Well, obviously I have 1,000 people coming in per day, so I'm limited to how many people I can actually tag. So I'm still playing around with the approval process so I can tag everybody that comes in, but it's a good challenge to have. But 300 is the maximum amount of members I could tag at one time in a welcome post.
Yeah, welcome post can tag 300 people. That's awesome. I think that was an update from last time when they like limit you for 50, and now it's like 300. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's better.
Yeah, they need to bump it up to 1,000.
So guys, let me know in the comments if you've gotten a lot of golden nuggets from Glenn. He is super low key, so I'm seeing Glenn become more like, crawling into the limelight, which is really cool. So I'm pretty happy that Glenn was able to hop in, show us like, hey, this is what you can do. This is the tweak that happened. This is the change that happened. And for those of you who now know that Facebook enables this importance on hashtags, what are you going to do? Are you going to go into your post now? Are you going to be posting hashtags along with your post? Or are you going to just post like text, like normal? Oh, Derek says low-key grinding. Glenn the grinder. Yes. Oh, Glenn, where do you go to do keyword search?
Well, there's several tools that are out there. If you go to google.com/ads, they have a keyword tool. You can sign up for free. They have a keyword tool, and you can search the term to see what the actual search count is. You could also get keyword ideas from Google, and also, like, let's say you just want to see what is hot right now. You could go to google.com/trends, and it will show you whatever keyword that's hot right now, male, female, if more males are searching it than females, what locations is searching for it, different things like that. So google.com/ads and at google.com/trends to find certain keywords if you just want to check on a certain keyword for a niche. Those are the quick things that I use just to look.
And do you have like a woodworking? So your approach was like website first and then Facebook page after and Facebook group last and using hashtags the whole way through and having social be consistently post. How often does social be post? Just when there's a new article or a new something?
Basically, it was set up to where every time to post twice a day, every time a new article came out. So if in between the top 3 woodworking sites that I was looking at, it was set up to basically take whatever the newest post was and throw it on Facebook for me.
Oh, wow. This comes to show you guys. By the way, let's see. Chris Williamson said, crushing it and incredibly knowledgeable. Yay, Glenn. Out of curiosity, what streaming app are you using? This is StreamYard. It's pretty cool. Tom Dolan says, very good information. Thanks, Glenn. Best wishes for your success.
Thank
So, you know, Glenn's approach is very different than a lot of people that I know. A lot of them are just like, let's set up a Facebook group and then we'll figure it out the rest of the way. So if you are deliberate about it and intentional about it, you're using social bee, you're using hashtags, you're posting 2 times just automatically. I know so many group growth people who put in so much energy and effort into crafting out like post after post and then they run out of information. Well, Glenn's a perfect example of someone who doesn't go live to his group, doesn't have a show or anything, uses social media to just passively take the RSS feed from the top 3 blogs, which is information people want to know in that field, and then posting it not only to the page but to the group, like the same info for both?
Pretty much it'll alternate just depending on what comes first. Also, just for your audience or whatever, I wrote down everything that I did wrong and everything that is supposed to be done right. So I'll share that with you and you could send it out to whomever you want to really, basically the cliff notes of this conversation.
Cool. Thanks for talking to me today, Glenn, and I'm glad that we can laugh together.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Okay. It's late over there and I'm going to let you go. And I'll see you online. Glenn, you guys go and check out Glenn's group and Glenn's world. He has been a marketer for a long time. So there's a lot to learn from him. And he's one of those like silent ninja people. So he has a lot to teach. All right. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm going to be going. Bye, everyone.